peace of this place, no fear, no dread. On the patio, chillin', sippin' from a glass. Big T in the corner, talking about the past. Father Fortenberry telling tales so fast. Gary Poppins flying high, never low, never fast. DW with the beat, got that bourbon nerve flow. Life cruising smooth, watch the sunlight glow. Conversations deep, but the vibe is low. Patio dreams, where our minds just go. Life on the patio, we got no stress. Sipping bourbon, chilling, man, we feel so blessed. Laughter fills the air, moments we confess. Life on the patio, where we find our rest. Gary's got the stories like he's pulling from a hat. Big T's wisdom, man, we feeling all that. Father Fortenberry preaching, chill and chat. DW bringing beats, we groove where we're at. Sunset sinking slow, colors in the sky. Bourbon nerd lifts his glass, dreams so high. On this patio, man, time just flies. In these moments we're forever, no goodbyes. Goodbyes. Night falls down, stars above our heads. Life on the patio, where our souls are fed. Every word that's spoken lives on when we're dead. In the peace of this place, no fear, no dread. On the patio, chillin', sippin' from a glass. Big T in the corner, talking about the past. Father Fortenberry telling tales so fast. Gary Poppins flying high, never low, never fast. DW with the beat, got that bourbon nerve flow. Life cruising smooth, watch the sunlight glow. Conversations deep, but the vibe is low. Patio dreams, where our minds just go. Life on the patio, we got no stress. Sipping bourbon, chilling, man, we feel so blessed. Laughter fills the air, moments we confess. Life on the patio, where we find our rest. Gary's got the stories like he's pulling from a hat. Big T's wisdom, man, we feeling all that. Father Fortenberry preaching, chill and chat. DW bringing beats, we groove where we're at. Sunset sinking slow, colors in the sky. Bourbon nerd lifts his glass, dreams so high. On this patio, man, time just flies. In these moments we're forever, no goodbyes. Goodbyes.
Welcome to the patio.
Chillin' on the patio, life ain't slow. Big T popping bottles, let that bourbon flow. Father Fortenberry's grilling food on deck. Gary Poppins with the jokes, hard to forget. DW's in the corner, DJ on the beat. Bourbon nerd, mixing drinks, nothing too sweet. Sunsets, painting skies in a fire red hue. Patio vibes, bringing on the new crew. We got the patio life, good times feeling right. Bottles up, cheers tonight. Yeah, we live that patio life.
Cheers, everybody. Welcome to the patio. It's T, and man, we are back in studio. It's been a whole week. We missed Monday night. Had a few things come up. Couldn't quite get there last night, though. If you joined Marty and I, we did. We had some nice samples there in the patio bar. But we got a good show for y'all tonight. The news, we got Shannon Sharp. He been having some Diddy parties, or at least maybe they're close, kind of like Diddy parties.
I think like Kanye parties, Kanye family reunions anyway.
Yeah, we're going to talk about all that freaky stuff here in just a minute. Where there was a father decided to swim with sharks, and I guess you saw how that played out. No, let's talk about that father. Father Fortenberry, how are you this fine evening?
What's up, fellas? Father Fortenberry, I'm glad to be back. Yeah, I've missed. Was it with y'all yesterday? I was there in spirit. Was it y'all?
What'd you call it? Legend.
I'm Legends adjacent.
Legends adjacent.
So,
yeah.
I just hung out. You know, I had baseball practice for Mac, a little private
What were
lessons.
you looking to see what's up in the corner?
What?
You were thinking or something? Looked like you were thinking. You were like, well,
I was trying to think what I did yesterday.
you know, most people look to the left when they think.
Unless you're like lying, South line.
Oh, that's it. You're right. If you're lying,
Maybe something right-handed.
the bourbon nerd. Oh, wait a minute. You're froze. Oh, you
Froze
I
up.
knew
Look
something.
at the back of his head.
Dang, I ain't got no hair.
Let's see if we can fix that.
No, leave that the whole show.
He snapped a picture of me trying to find a bottle to grab.
The whole
There he
episode.
is.
What's
Yeah.
up, y'all? I'm always looking
I was
left.
trying to get your booty.
I'm
I was trying to get you, honey.
I didn't stand up. You should have put him a little further back. What's up, y'all? Thank y'all for joining in.
That's all you got.
That's all you got?
That's
Man,
all
I
you got.
talked
all I got.
forever.
What are you drinking tonight, bourbon nerd?
What?
Little Ben Holiday?
13 Colony
I
Cash
thought
drink.
it was Ben Holiday
It
you
was.
poured up. Oh, you've been back for seconds. Yeah. I drank his stuff last night. I told him he could drink some of my stuff this evening. All right, so Shannon Sharp is in the news. Unk's in trouble. He's been sued for $50 million
Ooh, that's a lick.
by a 19-year-old young lady.
That Club Shay Shay?
Club Shay Shay, Shannon
Okay.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Used to be of the Baltimore Ravens, used to be of the Denver Broncos. Dude is like 56 years old and he built like,
Me.
no, nothing like you.
If they put his cognac on clearance, we'll buy some.
Yeah, there you go. We'll do a
Absolutely.
review of his cognac. Maybe that's how he makes those
I'll
money.
buy anything from clearance.
But he apparently hooked up with this 19-year-old lady from OnlyFans,
Okay.
and she's now suing him, claiming he raped her.
Hmm.
His lawyer released some explicit text from her, telling him it'd be $25,000 per cheek. I'm not sure I understand exactly what that meant. And that she's threatening to release the tape. And Unc told him, "Go ahead and release that tape."
Yeah, I mean, I highly doubt she has a tape of him assaulting her.
Yeah, I think they were into some kinkiness, like some choking, some of that type stuff. But look, he's already released audio bites of him inadvertently.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
You know what part I was reading some articles about this today. You know what part I forgot about that? They only released like 2 minutes, and he argued that they cut it down. He really lasted like 15 minutes. He was more worried about his about the persona of how long he partook.
I just said everything in slow motion.
But look, I mean, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes, right? I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
Heck yeah.
what do you?
you lay down with a OnlyFans. I'm not gonna call them model. OnlyFans prostitute. That's what happens.
Yeah,
Sex worker. You can't say prostitute anymore.
There you
$50
go.
million. Apparently, he tried to sell for 10, and she wouldn't take it. What an idiot! But now I gotta say, we'd have never heard her name. I think this is all publicity stunt.
I don't know her
getting
name
out there.
now. So
Let me see if I can share.
look,
it.
I ain't got $25,000 for either cheek. So I mean, it makes me no difference.
You'd be like a quarter.
Why I gotta give him $25?
Let's see what it says here. What is her name? It's not Jane Doe. It said Jane Doe, but they released her name. She was only 19. There's video of Monique telling Shannon like last year he need to quit messing with those young girls.
Yeah, Monique trying to slide in them DMs. She's the one that killed Landfill.
She wanted what?
Killed Landfill. You don't remember from Beer Fest?
No, I didn't realize.
She's
that
the
was
one that
Monique.
pushed Landfill in the beer vat and he drowned. That bitch.
Oh, okay. Y'all, we talked about that one
Yeah.
night. but
We
I
did talk
I
about that one.
remember
I didn't know what this talking about. Oh, I can't find
Greatest
it.
movie ever.
We're not going to give her any credit for this. But another story very similar. I don't have a story pulled up, but have you heard what's going on with Pat McAfee and this? You remember we talked about this young girl who supposedly slept with her boyfriend's dad?
Yeah.
I think they were down
Oh,
in Ole Miss. Yeah. Well, apparently that was wrong. And she has sued Pat McAfee for like millions and millions and millions of dollars. And ESPN.
I'm gonna be. Does anybody think Pat McAfee has millions and millions and millions of dollars?
I don't know, but you can sue people for
I'm
anything.
sure he's
They
rich.
sued
Not to us,
what's that conspiracy theorist dude they sued for $1 billion.
Oh,
The one that's now skinny.
Alex Jones.
Yeah, Alex Jones. The one that like the new version of Alex Jones looks nothing like Alex Jones. Have you seen him lately?
Turn the frog.
He
gay.
sounds the same,
Yeah.
but he's like super thin.
They're making the frogs gay.
He probably was right in the end.
They weren't. No, they weren't right. Remember?
Yeah, they were.
The microplastics.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a microplastic.
Plastics.
What did I say?
I said plastics. microplastics.
like micro testes.
Well, yeah. Let's
There we go. Let's go down
through
that.
it again. So those that have not seen any of the early shows,
Then you probably won't.
you probably won't because they're terrible. But microplastics do make you gay because they shrink your. No, they
Shrink the tank.
yes. The shorter your taint is, the
more
more
likely
effeminate
you are to be effeminate. Yep.
So
Also,
everybody measure your taint.
this like came out yesterday. They have now found that people with dementia have a lot of microplastics in their like blood cells and their brains and stuff.
Well, Joe Biden was Mr. Plastico or no, it's Roboto. Mr. Plastico.
We need
full
somebody to write our humor. Sometimes we're hitting, sometimes we miss. You know, if we had all day, we could sit in a writer's room.
Yes.
We could vet these.
If we
But
had
now,
writers, it probably would not be fun.
some of these shows, like you still go listen to, and like you guys sit in a room all day, and that's what you came up with. Gutfeld's like it sometimes. If you watch Gutfeld. Speaking of that, check this out. Have you ever heard of childhood Alzheimer's?
Nope.
A Tennessee family has opened up about their young daughter's devastating battle with childhood Alzheimer's at the age of 3.
Can't remember how to
Wow.
tie her shoes or nothing.
Man, I don't know about that one.
So
That's sad.
I mean, I want to know what I do want to know a little more about this. Like, is it the same characteristics?
Okay, so they call it Sanfilippo syndrome. She was diagnosed with it last April, a rare genetic disorder that's been dubbed childhood Alzheimer's because it causes children to suffer cognitive decline and lose all the skills they've learned by the
Damn,
time they're
okay,
teenagers.
that's the same.
So you don't learn many skills
and then you lose them.
and lose them all. That's sad. That's
Yeah,
so
that's
freaking
bad,
sad.
yeah.
What would be a buzzkill?
Got a feeling that's what I'm known for. I make you laugh and then make
I
you
was-
cry.
I was,
And I may make you laugh so hard you cry.
I was injured when I was little. What happened when I was circumcised? It hurt so bad I couldn't walk for a year.
That happened when you was born.
Yeah.
Marty's got to know where that button is to hit the ding ding. I don't think it's there anymore. I don't think it's there anymore. Let's go to the beaches of Israel. I didn't even realize Israel had beaches. Actually, I thought. Anyway, I don't know that part.
They
of
have
the
some,
country.
but they're trying to take a little more. They're trying to get a little more.
Yeah, they're trying to get a little more
Trying to
beachfront property.
expand their
Well, know what
beach.
Trump was trying to do? Get some beachfront
And
property.
their beaches.
Yeah. So on an Israeli beach, a father family, a father was devoured by sharks
Devoured.
off Israeli beach. He tried to fend them off with a GoPro stick, but I think he said, "I'm gonna go swim with these sharks and get some pictures," and they just ate his tail up.
I bet those are Hamas sharks.
Okay, I was gonna tell that joke, but
You figured it wasn't a good taste?
I couldn't
But,
decide. But
guess,
it's
what?
this dude,
Guess who don't care?
this dude right
That's
here.
Adam Sandler.
Well, I thought it kind of looked
With
like
a tan.
yeah, but this dude right here. Oh, wrong
Looks like a
side.
mix between Andy and Adam Sandler.
I was thinking that same thing.
Oh, I didn't expect to see that hair out there.
Yeah.
Poor feller.
Anyway, he went out to take some picture with the sharks. You know,
Good
really,
choice.
he ought to sue somebody. Look at these. Okay, here. we'll
Okay,
go
he ain't
back.
suing nobody.
Look, them sharks went into a feeding friend. What?
Dude, he shouldn't have been messing with them sharks.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Oh, there were several of them. Them are some big old
is
sharks.
this with his GoPro as he's out there?
I don't know. That's one of the sharks.
Heck no.
There's his arm laying in the water. Maybe we
I thought
should
there's
play
a
this. Oh,
flip flop.
But shit, look.
That's you gonna let your kids swim up there to them sharks? I guess he thought since they were swimming amongst their look, wild animals are wild. It's kind of like wild fortenberries. When they get out into nature, they're just wild. You got to be careful. In them
Domesticated
wild.
Fort Bears are wild too.
Yeah, they're like feral cats almost. Them domesticated fortenberries.
So maybe think of a story. So we got cats running all over job site. What's that?
Keep talking.
We got cats running all over job site. So
So you thought about bringing Father Charles in? Hey, Jamie, he's out of work.
he's at work.
You could he could get a backpack. He could be like Ghostbuster at your job site.
Didn't he have
Hey,
charges
hey,
in
he's
Arkansas
got-
and Tennessee?
No, he's got credentials.
Like he could have a water jug strapped to his back.
That's so bad. Golly,
So-
we're bad this evening.
Andy shows up to work Monday morning, and I sat down. And he said, "Man, there's a cat dead on the front porch." I said, "They like took a shovel just stood in trash." I was like, "Oh, all right, that's one thing to do with it." So Yesterday I woke up, there's another dead cat. So now there's,
Are they poisoning cats?
I don't know.
Maybe
man.
Doctor. Maybe
So
Father
somebody said there's a
Charles
dog
made as
running
well.
around because there was 2 more they found.
Yeah, but have you ever seen a dog kill a cat?
Not like a bunch of them.
Right. No, that's some other. Now, I would believe a crackhead's running around there killing cats.
Well,
Probably.
there's
You know
quite a
what?
few of
Somebody's
those.
paying a crackhead $5 a cat to take them cats out.
He said just lay him on the porch.
Because that's what a cat would
Oh.
do. They would like kill a mouse and bring it up
Speaking
on
of
porch.
crackheads, I had somebody wish I would become homeless today. I walked in the gas station.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Did you lecture them? Did you say
No.
I've been there?
No,
I pulled my.
I took my Subway sandwich and walked off. So I walked to the store and
This
he's
is
like,
in Memphis, folks.
big man. Let me get some dollars for the big man. I said, no, I'm good. Walked on by. On the way back out, he said, man, I'm hungry. You really ain't gonna give me nothing? I said, no, I ain't giving you nothing. He said, I hope you're homeless like me one day. I should have said I was.
Yep. You should have told him the whole story.
The whole, not the whole story. Just that I had to sleep on the
You
streets in
should
New
have
Orleans.
kept him out there for a long time. Just held him up where he couldn't bump from nobody else.
He's in a wheelchair. He wasn't going nowhere.
We should have offered him a sandwich. He didn't want no sandwich.
No, he
I
was-
sure would have offered my sandwich.
Why? You hungry?
I mean, I bought me a sandwich.
hey, you should have told him $1 ain't gonna buy no damn sandwich.
Yeah. Or beer.
Yeah,
Or gas. Well, what'd you get with the $1?
nothing.
Jamie, you're Catholic.
No, I'm not.
You were Catholic.
No.
I thought you
I'm married
converted.
Catholic.
All right, so you're closer Catholic than anybody.
Yeah, I'm the closest here.
So y'all supreme leader passed away this past weekend. Is that not what? The
No, I
Pope?
don't think they call the Supreme Leader. I think that North Korea.
Okay. Well, the Pope,
His Holiness.
yeah, His Holiness passed away this past weekend.
Right after a speech or something, right?
It was after J.D. Vance
he-
touched him.
No, it was that.
No, it was after J.D.
The
Vance hung out with him.
J.D. Vance just killed him over.
Yeah, they're sending him next to hang out with North Korean dictator and Vladimir Putin. JD gets to go hang out with Vladimir Putin. But really, the Pope had been sick for a while. He passed the day after Easter. Now that's kind of freaky. But I was watching something. So Jamie, you're closest we got to Catholic religion.
Yeah,
He
like,
opened up this portal at Christmas. Do you know about these portals?
I do not.
Okay, I had to do a little research.
So there's a lot about the Catholic. I'm going to say religion because it's still Christianity.
So
There's a
there's
lot of
certain
denominations.
years that the Pope will go and open these doors to these special chambers that are supposed to be like sacred. And 2025 happens to be that year. And they unbrick this wall, and there's this video. I'll see if I can find it. It was really odd.
So
to
the
me.
history of the Catholic Church is pretty neat. They have a lot of cool stuff. But like they also have the skeleton of Mary Magdalene just sitting in like a golden sarcophagus. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah, let me see if I find this video because it was cool, but it was kind of weird. It was cool and it's kind of weird. This was
It was cool, but kind of
the only
weird.
Catholic church I ever
So
been
the
in
last
was when you
time
get
I-
married.
Last time a
Yes,
pope
right.
died, which was
John Benedict or is this
but
one
but
Benedict?
he stepped down. What's the one before him?
Is this
John,
one Benedict?
John Paul.
John Paul was on there for a long time. I thought.
It's the one before Benedict. When he died, me and my wife had just started dating, so I was like really interested in what was happening with the Pope because it was breaking news, and
I
I was
can't
dating a
find the video.
Catholic. Well, unfortunately, unbeknownst to me, this is the time when smartphones weren't out, so you could still get data.
Oh,
I had like a $700 phone bill because I kept reading the news on the
I
Pope.
knew where that was going.
Like the Queen. You're obsessed with these world leaders. The
Yes.
Grand Poobah. Let's see. So he was dang it, where'd he go? I can't find that. John Paul, yeah, it was Francis. This is Pope Francis.
Mhm.
He's been there since 2013.
Has it been that long?
Benedict
Wow.
was there from 05 to 13. And Pope John Paul II, which is the one we all knew, was October of 1978 to April 2005.
Yeah, he was there a long time.
Wow.
He was there a really, really long time. Look, the dude before him, though, August of 1978 through September of 1978. That was John Paul I. No wonder he took John Paul II.
Was Vance around then?
But anyway, yeah.
was, but he
but,
He went shaking hands. with
He
the
wasn't
Pope.
touching
but
people.
man, the Catholic religion is just kind of interesting. I don't know anything.
Oh,
about
like
it.
historically, it's fascinating.
It's very fascinating. There's a lot of corruption there, like any other
Like
any other business or any other thing.
yes, it is that.
And there's a lot of people. He's one of the oldest popes, I believe, but there's a lot of people that think there's a prophecy that indicates once the oldest pope passes, which is this guy's, he's the oldest pope ever, he'll be replaced with a guy named Peter, named Roman Peter, and that'll be the last pope. And then the reckoning occurs.
Roman Peter.
A Roman Peter. And some of the leading candidates.
Like a dude cheating on his wife, a Roman Peter.
Marty's plumb tickled over there.
I think Gary, see, Marty laughed. I think Gary, you're like,
Yeah, see, Marty laughs. Gary would have some like little quick ones to
Yes.
drop in there.
I don't know. He might have broke out laughing on that one.
oh, Roman Peter.
Oh, Roman Peter. Yeah, we didn't even set that up. That's pretty good. But I can't get into this article about the Vatican's ties to UFOs. We'll save that for another time.
Would you be surprised though?
No, everybody's got ties. Look, I've been going down this rabbit hole of these damn pyramids tied
been a lot
back
of
to
people tied up in
UFOs
Never mind.
and all that type of mess. But so look, these pyramids are kind of freaky too when you really get to looking at it. John Hamm, you guys know who that fellow is? He's a good looking actor.
I like it. He does. Well,
He was in Mad Men, one of my favorite shows of all time. If you hadn't watched it,
Never,
check it out.
never watched it. But,
Yeah, you'd love it. It's
I
very
love-
cerebral.
I don't have my phone with me. He's been in a couple of things. He was
He was in Flintstones. He played Fred Flintstone.
No, he didn't.
I think he did in one.
John Goodman played Fred Flintstone. He played
No, you're
John
right.
Goodman's
He played
boss.
Bar. He
I was
did.
gonna
That's
say
what he
Fred,
played.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't
No,
know.
okay, just a second.
Yeah, you're right. I know he was in that movie.
Who was in the Honey I Shrunk the Kids? That's who played Barney.
Yeah, Remus. No,
George
George Remus.
Remus.
That's a bourbon dude?
He also did movies. I'm looking it up. Y'all keep talking.
We usually
I want to see what all Ham was in because he's been in a couple really, really good movies.
I'm gonna pull it.
Oh,
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis.
See, I got Remus. Like he could be Remus.
now what movies was John Hamm in?
I don't remember movies, but he was in Mad Men. Was awesome.
Well,
he
look
was
him
in
up.
Transformers 1, Unfrosted. That was a Netflix show. Mean Girls. He was in Mean Girls.
Yeah, he was the dad.
Newer version. Maggie Moore. He was in. Well, he wasn't in Top Gun Maverick. He was in.
Yep. He was the head of the. He was the
Tag. That was pretty good. He was good in that movie. Richard Jewell. Okay, whatever. He was apparently in Shrek in some kind of way in the A-Team. I didn't remember him in the A-Team. But Mad Men's probably his most famous role.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
great.
hands
And
down.
you hadn't seen that, but Jamie, you'd love it. You'd love it. But anyway, he is now. Someone called him out for hazing, and he's in college at University of Texas. Apparently, he was in charge of hazing
Man.
one. Yeah, okay, but this hazing is pretty far out there. A young fraternity pledge described brutal torture he suffered at the hands of John Hamm. Mark Allen Sanders gives accounts of how he was beaten with a paddle, dragged around a room by his genitals, had his pants set on fire during the
They're
horrific
trying to
hazing
lengthen the
ordeal,
thing.
and said Hamm was the ringleader. Now, this would have been in like 1990. So that's a long time ago.
Yeah, I wonder if it worked.
You know what probably happened? He probably didn't get in after going through all that.
Maybe
Drag them around by their genitals.
Mine off.
Look, there's something about him being a man. You don't let. I don't care what you're into. You don't let somebody drag you around by your genitalia. You just can't do that.
Look, I'm just trying to figure out the physics of how that happens anyway.
Marty, demonstrate.
That's
I mean, you
Jamie, lay down on the
you
ground.
get, like wrap it around your hand to get some.
That's terrible,
To get
man.
some grip on it.
He described how he was beaten so savagely for forgetting to use Ham's nickname, MC Hammer. All right, that's a great name. MC Hammer's great. That's a great name. Yep. That he sustained a broken spine and kidney down. Oh, come on. He hits me right over the right kidney, square on it. Good, solid hit, and that stood me up. He said, "I'm hurting bad. I mean, being hit right there in the kidney is killing me." Here's a picture of the dude he beat. Look, that dude right there.
In my head again. Look, make sure they can grab and drag him around by his ears.
Poor fella.
John Hamm looks like a douchebag. I mean, I'll just be real honest.
Well, there's some pictures of.
I know what I
From
know
his
what I'm
youth.
thinking about. He's most to me. He's most recognizable because he was the boss from Landman.
Oh, that's right. He died, didn't he?
Yes.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Spoiler
There he is in college, but I got his head chopped off.
Who was that? Ham or
Ham.
another dude?
That's Ham up there at the top. I don't see the big eared dude.
That's him right there to the left, ain't it?
Oh, is that him?
It looks like him.
Maybe.
Just look for big old ears. He's not in the
He had
picture.
longer hair then.
Yeah. Look, that's a dude that also, I guess, he got drug around by his genitalia.
That's the same dude, I think.
That's Mad Men, Saturday Night Live.
A random picture.
Yeah, random pictures.
Man, look at the ears on the thing. He just heard me.
But hazing, man. I mean, look, that was a long time ago. I wonder why dude waited till
Okay,
now to
look.
come out.
That's a little much. If the allegations are true, that's a lot much. But hazing is kind of just part of coming up. It used to be.
Oh, we used to talk trash about it.
Yeah, we talk trash. We'd pick on people. But we wouldn't.
So you
Thanks,
stole
Adam.
from St. Jude multiple times. We now established multiple times. Right? Isn't it multiple times? Yes, multiple
No,
times.
it's one occasion.
Yeah, but there's another weird thing you did
that
against St.
would
Jude.
go down as one charge. Just FYI.
Now, how many people did you haze?
He ain't drug nobody around with about his stuff.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet he has. But I know one. We can't talk about that.
Look,
we
I
can't
never
talk
drug
about
anybody.
I wasn't there, but I heard. I can't.
I
say.
never drug anybody around by their genitalia.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive.
You sure?
Positive.
100%.
I'm not convinced. I think there's some opportunities that could have occurred.
Look, at tug of war, we had tug of war at the gym or in the field house.
Had sword fights.
I was using a pocket knife. That's the problem.
But look, no, it's terrible. Look, I've got a son. You got a son. I'd tell him you go into an environment like that, you come up swinging. You don't let people.
I was
walk
gonna
over
say,
you like that.
at some point, not that I don't want victim blame, but at some point, if a dude is physically assaulting you, you got to handle your
You
business.
gotta take
handle
up for
business.
yourself.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter if you're trying to get into a fraternity or something like that.
So let me tell you how this. So
Jamie
But-
got a story.
No, I-
Jamie's story.
our little travel baseball team. This is our second tournament we had this weekend. We got our first two.
Go
wins.
Mallards.
Go Mallards. So it was a big deal. Umpire came up to me. He said, "Whose idea was it for the fans to bring duck calls to the game?" And I said, "What kind of mind?" He said, "That's the coolest thing I've ever heard."
Okay.
I love it.
So like every time we do something good, there's duck calls going off in the stands.
I didn't know where this was headed, but
But so probably two good stories for our tournament. So we have a special needs kid on our team,
Mhm.
and when we started our team, look, we're like, we're going to let this kid on our team. He has to play with us. He's a little too old. He's a couple months too old. So before every game, I tell the opposing coach that, hey, I got this kid. He may or may not get in the game. So he got in the game. We were up 10-5 or like 8-4 or something like that. And we brought him in to pinch hit for a kid. Well, he strikes out. He's not great. So the catcher drops the ball. And I was, Ricky, run. This little dude just runs to first base, arms flailing. He gets there, and he was so excited. And ump looks at me and says, "You want a pitch run?" I said, "No, let's let him play it out." And look, I said this dude, he's still second. And then another dude hits a shot, runs him all the way home. And man, I'm getting chills talking about it now. This dude scored, and the whole
Oh, my God.
place is the whole complex is going crazy.
you had another story too.
I
That
do.
blood was involved, right?
Blood was involved.
All right, yeah, tell that story.
So our catcher, and this is probably the toughest child I've ever met in my life. So he goes to bunt. Well, actually, he said there talking to one of the coaches. He said, "Hey, you think I should bunt this time?" He said, "Well, did you ask? You need to talk to your dad about it." He said, No, don't worry about it. So he goes up and gets 2 strikes on him. Next thing we know, he lays down a bunt.
With 2 strikes.
Yeah, he lays down a bunt. Ball comes right back, hits him in the nose. Blood explodes out of his nose. So I'm like, I'm coaching first. I'm like, run! And he takes off running. Blood's just pouring everywhere. They overthrow first. And this kid at this point, he was like, you could tell in his eyes, there's no stop.
This is like Mario. I can hear Mario music. Boom, 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 boom.
He rounds first, rounds second. His dad's the coach in third. And he's like, yeah, he's doing this, trying to see because blood's just pouring out of his face. Kid ain't stopping.
No, he rolling.
He's crying. Blood's
Hey,
everywhere.
this kid ain't gonna cry if John Hamm drug him around by his genital.
No, he's dedicated. So he rounds third, starts running home. They throw the ball to the catcher. The catcher's standing there, arms beside him, just slack jawed, terrified of what's happening.
Watching this kid bleed.
So the coach from the opposing team was like, somebody grab the ball. And
You know what?
all the other kids are staring at him like, is nobody going to stop this?
I think that at some point after your season's over, we're going to take all your stories and we're going to make a comedy about this. The Mallards. The Mallards.
So,
Life from the Patio, Mallards edition.
so this we get him to the dugout. And there's blood everywhere. We had a guy that's an EMT came over with helping.
They did an EMT.
Man,
What
like
did
it
y'all
is some-
call 911?
They need some
There's
blood.
murder.
Yeah.
There's a murder occurring out here.
Oh,
Was that a game you
we
won?
got the blood stopped and everything.
That was a
good.
game you won, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of them. We won two. It was one of the ones we
Yeah.
won. So we're sitting there talking to umpires, and the umpire says, he just shaking his head. I said, dude, that kid has more balls than all of us standing around this base right now. It was the wildest thing I've ever seen in baseball. So props to that kid because he is tough.
Yeah. Sounds
They
like-
would have had to airlift my son out of there.
I would have never made it to first.
Look,
I know your wife would have not let him
Look,
keep going.
I
already know.
asked Mac, I said, what would happen if that had been you? He said, Dad, you know. he was not ashamed. He fully admitted said he would have balled up right there, then fell over.
So Christy Nome, y'all know who she is? She is the Homeland Security. They call her Ice Barbie.
Yep.
So she had a Gucci bag stolen in Washington, D.C. I did not steal her bag. I was there, but I didn't do it. At Capitol Burger. Actually, I've been there. I've been to Capitol Burger.
Still in bags.
That was a good place too. Capitol Burger was good.
Was it?
I think it's kind of cool that I ate the same place that Christy Nome has. Anyway, someone stole her Gucci bag with $3,000 in it. The thief, dressed in dark clothing, sat down at an empty table next to Nome with his back facing her. Used his left foot to slide the bag away. Then he surveyed the restaurant before
little
eventually picking up the bag, covering it with his jacket, and leaving. Only when she got ready to leave did she realize it was missing $3,000 in cash. Man, why is she carrying around that much cash? I guess when you got it, you just carry it.
Yeah,
You
the
never know
bag
when you
probably
need
costs
to.
More than that.
The what? Yeah, the
The
Gucci
The
bag.
bag
yeah.
costs more than that.
It depends. If you order from China, it's like $10.
So if they've been us had read somebody stole their Temu bag. It had 3
Your
coupons.
fake
in it.
Gucci bag
It
you
had
got
3
in
coupons in it.
Chinatown.
What
All
we
right,
got
guys,
there?
let's go to chat right here real quick. Who we got? It, Mr. Mom over here. Have y'all seen the coach? Softball coach in South Texas that tackled a player from the other team.
I have not. But now
Oh, we're gonna check it out. Austin Scheffler, he's right. Stick the tampons up his nose. We got poor decisions. Oh, let's make an announcement real
I
quick.
didn't have any tampons on
I
me.
couldn't catch him.
Yeah. Week, no, not even a week. Next Monday, Live from the Patio, at least Marty and I. You're going too, aren't you, Jamie? We will be at Hadley's in
I think Donnie
Memphis.
might be there too.
Okay. Yeah.
Brother Fortenberry might be there.
Brother Fortenberry probably will be there, but we'll be live from there with the Memphis Bourbon Society. Poor Decisions, I know he's going to be out there too. And we will be interviewing Alex Castle, master distiller one time of Old Dominic. So looking forward to that. We'll put that out probably tomorrow. There you go, Tom Black. Happy that
That's
Fortenberry's
right.
on the screen.
Blackberry 2020.
No, that's a different Barry. Just so you
No,
know,
no,
that's a
just
different Barry.
He might be the OG Barry, but
Mike Bortner, yeah, he's from DC area. Let's see, Josh Fritz. What else we got? I know I saw
Poor
Chip.
decision.
Poor Decision Chip
Decisions.
Adelaide. He was here earlier. David Bass, Whiskey Sippers, buddy. I'm gonna reach out to you. I know you're gonna be near us next week. Would like to get hooked up if we can. David Bass. I saw Mike Brock in here.
there's Dave.
Dave Vogelsang in the house.
Over to Adam,
I'll tell you what.
Fly
I'm gonna do.
Fisher. I thought I seen
Hold on, I'm gonna put it back on y'all screen. Give me a second.
So I'm currently drinking Tiny Bomb from our friends at Wiseacre.
I'm on a low proofer night. I'm at the Cooper's Craft right here.
You know, I'll say this: if you're eating seafood, this is one of the best seafood beers. I don't know why it just hits different.
That's a seafood beer.
I didn't know that.
That's the weirdest damn way I've ever heard it identified.
no. So like like certain beers go good with certain foods. Like look, like it or not, like a good light beer with pizza, just
Oh yeah.
like I don't want a heavy beer and pizza. Like a heavy beer and steak is good.
Like if you eat Mexican food, you want to.
On the Mexican beer, I'm the thickest.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. Roger Randall is he. So there is a group. There's some friends of ours that are. There's Brian from Cast 529. Some friends of ours are out at Bardstown. They've been there most of the day. We got Daniel Beasley, Mike Brock, Craig the Bourbon Santa, and Roger Randall. They've been giving us a few updates throughout the day. They're out there enjoying, finding nice bottles and nice pours. So look forward to hooking up with them later. Look, if you are on Adam Major Zero's Discord, join us. We probably won't be on 7:30, but somebody will be on at 7:30. If you get on any of the Discords, we'll drag you over. Or check out, one of these guys can put it in the link. Check out the Bourbon Legends. It's a new website we got.
Well, let's not forget.
Or Legend Adjacent.
Cass will be on tonight.
Cast 529 will be doing
yes,
their trivia.
Happy
Yeah.
Days and Dadgummit, I looked it up.
Look, you know what? I feel
There they go. They're sipping on
So,
Brandon and Mary are sipping on some Maker's Mark Heart release.
one of
That's
these,
great.
every one of these, I'll get on there, and I don't do the trivia a whole lot. A lot of times I just get on there and chit chat. But like, I'll get on there with like, okay, this is something I know, and they'll start asking questions like, I don't know none of this.
Poor decisions pairings. You guys, you and Mary, y'all should join us on Discord. It's kind of scary at first, but join us.
I'm gonna tell
Get on
Tom
Discord.
Black too. I picked up a wild turkey,
All because of Tom Black.
rare breed today
Yeah.
from 2022.
2022.
I
Steven
noticed it had a blue
Scone
label.
is coming to Memphis next week, Jamie. I'm gonna try to make sure I get some.
Scone. I have
We've met him.
baseball tournament.
Check out
But we need
Bourbon
to-
Hall's Discord as well.
The baseball tournament's local, so we
Well, they're
probably-
going to be Friday is when they're in Memphis. I
Oh,
don't
wow.
know how long Scone's staying. I'll text with him later.
Yeah, we'll get it figured out.
There's Turkey.
I'll be downtown Memphis anyway.
They're at Blue Note. You're laid down.
You
yards,
can walk
right
the Blue
across.
Note from where you're at.
Oh.
Almost.
He'll be at Blue Note.
He'll be at Blue Note.
Well,
and
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
a long
I'm gonna
time.
try to go with them if they'll let me over
Look,
there. I don't even have to be involved in the pick. If they'll let me
Look,
just join, I may
Scone,
join over
yeah,
there.
we'll
Wiki
ho-
Zipper,
we'll holler at you when
if
I
you're
tell you
listening, I'm off next Friday. I'd
Our
love
lay
to
down
join you
yard
guys.
is 100.
I'm gonna reach out.
Our lay down yard is 100 feet from Blue Note.
Yeah, that's not
So
bad.
I'll probably ride down there. Definitely.
But we are typically on either Major's Discord or Bourbon Hall's Discord or Bourbon Legends Discord.
Yep.
Yeah, so one of those. Josh Fritz in the house. Sazerac will be opening a new distillery in
Huh.
Ireland called Hawcroft. I've heard of that before, I think. There's Cast 529 Discord, the Rye Guy. Yeah, put your links out there. I haven't seen anybody that's not a moderator. So look, we got fun stuff going on.
Do
Real
as
fun
Cones said.
stuff. What do you say?
You can be as +1 if they allow it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Steven. Yeah. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna reach out to the guys.
Look,
So
I'm gonna
available.
go bust up in there. Like I said, I'm literally.
You are legend adjacent. So we'll
Hey,
see.
when do you get a time frame? Because like all bullshit aside, when I tell you,
I know they're going to Gus's after. Worst case, I meet them at Gus's probably.
like, yeah, Friday's a slot. I don't have a lot of meetings on Fridays either, so I might slip over there.
Just be like, I need to go down to the lay down
so that's
yard.
next
Yeah.
Friday. I could probably hit Gus's because it'll be.
That's this
after I
Friday.
get
Is it
home.
this
Yeah.
Friday or next Friday? Next Friday.
Yeah, I don't know a time, and I'm gonna check them out, but they'll be here. So Whiskey Sipper is gonna be in our area. Steven Scone for sure is gonna be in our area. Love to meet people. Adam, I think, is joining them. So we'll see what we can come up with that. But that's next Friday. What else we got going on? Hadley's Monday. Man's a busy week.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be
Live
live from
Tuesday.
Hadley's, live Tuesday,
Live
Live
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
live Wednesday. That's right. We don't need a
What's
second
next
episode
weekend?
tonight.
Oh,
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
Why not go ahead and put it out?
We might do that. Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
probably still one. Yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna sign off. But if you guys are in Discord, we will find you and drag you over to join us. So tonight's Larceny night
larceny. Yep.
on the Legend Channel. Life from Patty. I'm gonna play the outro. Hit the outro.
Hit that button, Marty. Play us out.
Poor decisions. The outro link or the Discord link is actually in the chat. It's out there. Majors and the other one. It could. All right. Parting word, Father Fortenberry. Hold on. There you go.
Hi guys. Hey, thanks for joining us as always. Y'all, anybody in the neighborhood, y'all check us out at Hadley. We'll be there Monday night. Please come hang out.
Monday. Bourbon Nerd.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you don't mind, hit that like button and just keep watching.
Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Life from the Patio. We out of here.
I'm living in the clouds and I ain't gonna fall. Somebody done
Hit that
say
like button.
this.
Outlaw.